Hello, it's Gavin again from Lucid Computer Solutions. How are we all doing? I hope you're well. We've got another laptop review for you today. They seem to be coming thick and fast at the moment, don't they? But yeah, we've got another one for you. This is for a Dell Precision laptop, and specifically the model number of this one is the 3540. So let's have a look at it to begin with. Now, before I even open it, what I can tell you straight away is it's really nice to touch. Normally, a lot of, not normally, a lot of laptop plastics I don't particularly like, and they leave your fingerprint marks on them really easily. However, I can tell you straight away, this laptop, it's really nice to touch, feels really smooth, feels quite premium, and there's no sign of them fingerprint marks. So straight away, that's a big plus for me. But yeah, let's take a look at this. The Dell Precision 3540 laptop. So this is a 15-inch laptop, full HD screen on that. Also driving the screen, so to speak, on this particular model, it's also got the Radeon graphics as well. So that will help either with things like maybe a very bit of light CAD design, nothing too intensive, but maybe a bit of light CAD design. Gaming, if you were using it for gaming, springs to mind, or perhaps you're just viewing CAD drawings, CAD images, all useful for that kind of thing. So big plus. 15-inch laptop, like I said, therefore we've got the kind of what I describe as the full keyboard plus the number pad on the side. What I would say with this particular laptop though, bizarrely, even though it is a 15-inch laptop, it doesn't feel cramped with the number pad there at all. That's normally a criticism of mine quite frequently, is that it feels like on a lot of laptops the number pad gets slapped on the side. The laptop keys are nicely spaced, lots of space there. I really like it, and the keyboard itself, when it comes to the typing experience, because I love a good keyboard, I love typing. My favourite keyboard here at the office, for example, is the Microsoft Surface keyboard. Absolutely love that. This feels lovely as well to type on. It feels really nice. So if I was using this all day, every day, typing away on this, I'd have no problem with that. One thing to note as well, the keyboard is backlit as well. So it's a little something, isn't it? For some people, you won't be bothered about that. For a lot of people, they'll be like, "Oh, that's good to know." So yeah, it's backlit keyboard. The keyboard itself, the typing experience is really nice. So let's talk about the specification of this laptop next. So this one I've got here is got an i7 processor. It's an 8th generation i7 processor. Now this one has been specifically kind of designed by ourselves to meet the requirements for a customer. So this is high end. So we've got 32 gig of RAM in this, and we've got a 1 terabyte NVMe ultra fast hard drive in it as well. So you will get this same laptop at a lower spec and therefore at a lower price, but we beef this up because it has to do some particular jobs. So it's an i7 8th generation processor. It's got 32 gig of RAM, and it's got a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD hard drive in it. So it's quick. It's really quick. It's great. The screen on this as well, by the way, is really good as well. Just going back to that for a second. Screen itself is absolutely great. So what do we have aesthetically on the sides of the laptop? What ports do we have? Got an SD card slot. We've got an audio jack for your headphones, a couple of USB ports, HDMI port, Ethernet port, which again, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I love still having a physical Ethernet port on a laptop. So yeah, big plus for that. Round the other side, there isn't too much to see here. There's just our adapters for the power, Thunderbolt port, and another USB port. So quite straightforward. Weight-wise, it is a 15-inch laptop, and it does have a graphics card in it as well. So this isn't light, but it's not stupidly heavy either. I mean, to me, it feels maybe a couple of kilograms, but it's not a big issue. I'm not noticing it too much. So yeah, it's for the size that it is, the weight is acceptable, completely acceptable. So overall, what do I think of this laptop? Now, shock horror here, shock horror, I know, because I've said this on multiple laptop reviews before. As if you've seen any of my other videos, you may not have, and that's fine. I'm not normally a big fan of 15-inch laptops. I prefer smaller laptops. I just find them sometimes a bit too clunky, or I feel like too much is tried to cramped into the chassis for some reason. It's normally to do with that number pad. However, I like this laptop. This is a 15-inch laptop, and I actually really like it. I suppose a big factor in that is also the spec, the i7, the 32 gig of RAM, the 1 terabyte of storage. But the keyboard is brilliant. Like I said, the screen is great. And it, like bizarrely, it doesn't feel like a 15-inch laptop. And that's what I like about it. Dell have done a really good design job on this, in my opinion. Done a really good design job. I mean, it just, when I first opened it up and looked at it, I was like, is it a 15-inch laptop? You know, I have to remind myself it's a bit like an optical illusion almost, is the best way I can describe it. It's a 15-inch laptop, but yes, the shock horror here is, the headline is, I would have this laptop, definitely. I would definitely use that laptop. Don't get me wrong, I still prefer my smaller laptops, but let's say, for whatever reason, everybody had taken all my toys away and said, you can only now have this 15-inch Dell laptop. I'll be like, yeah, fine, not a big problem. For me, you know, I'd notice it when it's getting chucked in my laptop bag that it's bigger and it's heavier, but it wouldn't be a deal breaker because of the productivity this laptop would give me, because of the spec, because of the keyboard, because of the screen. It would be worth it. I would 100% have this laptop. Now, price. How much is it? Now, again, I know I've mentioned the spec 3 or 4 times already, but just to reiterate the spec before I say the price, it does have an i7 processor. It does have 32 gig of RAM. It does have a 1 terabyte NVMe hard drive in it. These aren't cheap components. So this laptop comes in at about £1,200. So it's not budget. It's not cheap. It's quite pricey. There's still much more expensive laptops out there if you look for them. But yeah, it's in the, I mean, I'd class it as getting towards, you know, a higher end price tag, isn't it? £1,200 is a lot of money. But look at the spec you're getting. Look at the spec you're getting. My money says if you try to get the same spec as this in, let's say, a MacBook, it's going to be twice, maybe even 3 times as much as this, who knows. So bear in mind the spec you're getting for 1,200 quid. And I actually think, because of the spec and the experience of using it and the productivity, I think that's an okay price. In the grand scheme of things, I know it's a lot of money. And I know you can get a £400 laptop, a £500 laptop, etc. I understand that. But actually, I think it's a really, really good laptop. And although it's pricey because of the spec, it's worth it. So that, for that reason, it's actually good value, because you're getting so much bang for your buck, so to speak. It's worth it. So yeah, a big recommendation. I like the Dell Precision 3540 laptop. I would have it. I would use it happily myself. So it's a thumbs up. And on that note, if this video has been useful and you've enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps grow our channel. It really helps spread the word about us. Likewise, please do comment on the video. If you've got any thoughts on this laptop or an alternate or something you can recommend to us, please do put it in the comments. I'll try and personally get back to everybody who comments on our videos. Likewise, please do check out the links below to connect with me on the likes of LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram. So that's it from me today. It's Gavin from Lucid Computer Solutions, and I'm signing off. I'll see you next time.